Good morning, Lori and Louise. All right. Start by shaking up the wrists a little bit, right? Thumbs up, pinkies down, shake them up. Maybe elbows right against the ribs, putting more of that up and down through the forearm to give the wrist a nice shake out. And then palms facing down, backs of hands up. Most of you know these. Shake it like you mean it. Let the fingers relax. Do a couple of shoulder circles, nice and wide. Right arm goes up and back, or forward, up and back, and then forward, up and back, and then forward, up and back. Look to the hand, and then go the opposite way. Right arm back and then up and forward, and then back and up and forward, and back and up and forward. Switch, other side. Left hand goes forward, up and back. Left arm makes a nice big circle. One more big circle, follow with the eyes. And then reverse it, opposite way, back up and forward, back up and forward, back up and forward. And then do both arms forward, up, and then back. Try to keep them nice and wide. Again, big circle up and back. One more time. And then go the opposite way, back, up, and forward. Hello, Anne-Marie Burke. And back, up, and forward. One more big circle. Maybe the head goes back. You look up, arch a little, and then bring the hands down in front of you. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Walk the left hand off to the left side. Reach the right arm up and reach over. Hello, Jen. Hello, Jessica. And then rise back up. Right hand down, left arm up. Reach over. And then come back up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, and press them up. And then bring the hands down in front of your heart. Press your hands forward, arch your spine, chin to chest. And then bring the arms up one more time. Try to get your elbows straight and arms behind the ears. Pull your ribs down. All right, let the arms float down. Come on to those hands and knees. I'm going to have to run out at some point to get the extra battery pack I have. Good morning, Vincent. Halfway, right? Knees and hips, shoulders, wrists, and ankles. Shoulders, wrists, and elbows. Half a breath in, gaze forward. Exhale, arch the spine. Inhale, flat back, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, curl the toes, arch the spine. One more time, flat the feet, turn the seat, drop the belly, breathe in, look up. And then come back to neutral spine. Dig the toes and lift the hips, press back into down dog. From down dog, step the right foot forward into lunge and reach that right arm up into the air. Bring the right hand down inside of the right foot, rock back and forth into a bit lizard pose. From there, you gotta dig that left toe in, push through your right hand and step back to down dog, adjust your hands and feet right away. And then back, rock to plank, bow down to child's pose. Do your best to slide. If your nose, chin, and chest don't touch the mat, find your forearms and rock forward and throw. And then move back to down dog, pulse the heart toward the ground, separate the fingers nice and wide. Knees can be bent. And then left foot forward, lunge pose, right hand down, left arm up. Tiptoe your left foot over to the left side of the mat a little bit. And then left hand down into that rocking lizard, back and forth. Of course, if you need to, the knee can go down. From there, press into right foot, left hand, step back to dog. Right away, bend those knees and arch the upper back and the shoulders, open them up. You're going to rock to plank pose. Bow down, child. Slide nose, chin, and chest to cobra. Move back to dog. Bend the knees and look to the hands. Walk the feet forward. Bend the knees, get the belly against the thighs, release the neck, relax the head. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Then bring hands to heart. Inhale. Let's begin. Arch back. Float down. Right foot back, knee down. This time right into arms up today. Really push your front foot down. Reach your arms back. From there, hands down into lizard pose. From lizard pose, right arm up. Left arm up, the dar, right hand down. Step back to down dog. Arch right away, pulse the forehead toward the ground. Move to plank. Bow down to child. Slide nose, chin, and chest. Move back into dog. Pulse right away. Try to get that forehead down with arms straight. And then right foot forward, left knee down. Arms up. Push the front foot down. Push the back shin down. And then right to lizard pose, hands down. Dig the back toe, straight the leg if you want rock. Now it's left hand down and right arm up. From there, hand down, step back to dog. Rock to plank. Bow down to child. Do your best, brush nose, chin, and chest, cobra. Move back to dog. Bend the knees and look to the hands. Walk, step, or hop to your hands. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart. Arch back again. Float down again. This time right foot back, knee down, arms up. Runner stretch, hands down, dig your back toe, move your knee back, straight your front leg. If you need to, you're up here. Keep the chest leading toward the big toe, chin away from chest. See if you can get the rib on the thigh. One day chest on knee, one day chin on shin. Keep trying to get the forehead to the toe. All right, rock back forward. Drop the hips down again. Push the hip down. Reach back. Try to get the arms to go from here. Back. Go back to down dog. I'm going to add a chaturanga, so rock to plank. Chaturanga. From there, knees down, chest and chin down. Seat stays up. Slide to cobra. Move back to child's pose. And slide nose, chin, and chest. Move back to down dog. Right foot forward, left knee down. Flat the foot. Arms up. Push the front foot, push the back foot. From there, runner stretch, hands down. Dig the toe, move the left knee back. Straight the right leg. Pointing the foot makes it gentler, flexing your foot more intense. It's not a round back, it's a flat back. Think of rib on thigh. Chest to knee. All right, hands down, step back to dog. My bad, step the right foot forward, drop the knee, reach up. All right, now step back to dog. Move to plank. Halfway down and stop. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Slide nose, chin, and chest. Move back to dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Charge forward, try to get your throat, knee, and ankle in alignment. Watch my back foot. I'm going to turn it a little bit, straight the front leg. And then come back down. Arms can reach back if you need, flat back, straight leg. Come back up, bend the knee, warrior one. Right hand down, right heel up, left arm up, lunge twist. Lizard pose, both elbows if you can. It's okay to be on your hands. From lizard, drop your knee. If you need to, you come back to your right hand. Bend the right knee, reach around with the left hand. If you can't reach the foot, left hand, left thigh, and push. You can be here. Keep bending the elbow up. Open up the quad muscles. Keep pressing hips forward. All right, back to lizard. Lizard to plank. Chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. Down dog. Pulse the heart. Work those shoulders, open them up. Right foot forward, warrior one. Charge forward, throat, knee, and ankle, arms reaching up or past the ears. Come back to warrior one, watch my back foot, little hop, heel further back, toes forward, straight the leg, square the hips, right hip back, left hip forward, fold down. Arms can reach back. Come back up, bend the knee, warrior one. Left heel up, left hand down, right arm up. Lunge twist. Step the right foot over, right forearm right to the ground if you can, right hand if you need to. Hips and shoulders, hips and shoulders. Think of all the muscles around the hips and the shoulders. Drop the back knee. It's okay to come to your hands. Right hand, right thigh. Turn and look back. See the foot, grab it. Very open in hips. Back to your left forearm. Elbow goes up, palm on top of foot. Don't let the hips slide back. Keep dropping your pelvis. Turn and look up. Pull the foot. Feel that stretch. Left left quad. Front left leg. Come back to lizard. Back to palms. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Brush nose, chin and chest, cobra. Move back to dog. Pulse the heart right away. All right, walk, step, or hop to the hands. Rise up. Hands to heart. Turn your toes out, your heels in, somewhere at the top of your mat. Bend your knees, back bend. Put the hands on the seat, squeeze the elbows in. Try not to push your butt back, right? Push it forward. Lift the heart. If you can see the wall behind you, maybe your hands move behind your thighs. Maybe behind your knees. Maybe to your calves. Bend your knees. All right, rise up slow. Head rushes are free, hands to heart. Two choices. If you don't have a wall, you're going to bring your elbow above your ear and pull behind, right? If you have the ability to reach a wall, hands higher than the shoulders, feet around 2 feet away, 3 feet away, some distance from the wall. Start to drop your heart toward the wall. It's okay to bend the knees. Instead of looking at your toes, look at your thumbs. Press the wall away from you with your hands. Really push into your left arm. Then relax it. And then push into the right. And relax it. Press the heart toward the wall. All right, come off the wall. Bring the hands behind you. I'm moving back to the middle of the mat so you can see me. You can stay where you are. Toes and heels touch. Bring the chest down. Bend the knees if you need. Lift the arms off your seat. Try to keep your elbows straight, your palms touching, your wrists straight as well. You may look at your big toes, or if you can, rock the weight into your toes, hips over the ankles. Forehead on the shins. All right, slowly release the hands. Grab behind your calves and pull your body against your thighs. Relax the neck. All right. Half lift and look forward. And then let go. Half lift, look forward again. Bend your knees. Step back to plank. Bow down to child's pose. Slide to cobra pose. Move back to down dog. Let's start, keep moving into the hips now. Left foot pigeon pose. So left foot steps behind your right hand. Bend the left knee. Drop the hips down. All right, this is where that blanket may come in really handy. If your hip is way up in the air, you can always take that blanket and put it there so you can relax down onto it. Same thing for your left seat muscle. You could take that blanket or towel, put it under your butt. Maybe you can find the forearms. Maybe this is better for chest to be down. Find the spot where you're not comfortable in it and stay there. Move this foot forward if possible. Don't stress your left knee. Try to keep your right hip moving down. Maybe dig your right toes and kick your right heel away. Yeah, we're moving a lot slower, more intention today. So, a lot of people ask me about this bind. So this bind that I'm going to demo, you have to keep this hip down. Right, if you start bending this back knee and your hips rise up like this, you still have to do a little work here in the hip. So keeping those pelvis square to the front of your mat. Maybe you can bend the knee, but put the weight back into that hip. Make sure your knee is in line with your thigh, or your knee is in line with your hip behind you. Maybe you look back and see, wow, there's my foot. Maybe you have open shoulders and take the left hand around and you grab inside. Now I'm not just grabbing and hold, like hanging there. I'm kicking backward. Pressing right hip down. One more breath. It's okay to be here. All right, a little different definitely today. You're going to roll onto your left hip. You're going to do your best. I'm going to have to turn and face you to move this foot forward a little. You're going to sweep this right leg all the way around in a big circle. Step it outside of your left thigh and then find 90-90. I'm going to turn. So your 90-90 may look like this. You may put a blanket here or a block. All right, eventually you want this thigh nice and flat, trying to get the shin parallel to the edge of your mat. Think knees and hips in line. I like to, but I have no knee injury, is put a little bit of weight here in my right arm. Flexing the feet, more intense, pointing the toes, at least in this body, feels a little gentler. Maybe reach back and move the flesh of the seat back a little. Notice which side you're leaning more into. For me, it's the right, so I'm going to try to shift some weight to the left. Hip, hip, hooray. All right, this is one of those poses you don't want to sit in, so therefore sit in the pose as long as you can. Close your eyes. Find the space in the body. Find where are you leaning more. Are you leaning into the right hip like me? I'm trying to shift that left hip down a little more. If you don't feel this at all, you may put your forehead on the ground in front of you. I know, Jackie, you could do that. You may even interlace the hands behind you and lift them up. So I'm assuming you stayed facing the front of your mat, right? So you're still here. Now I want you to go to pigeon on the other side. So you have to lift this right foot up and then put it right back down. Sweep out this left leg all the way behind you. All right, just go right for your extreme. If you need those blankets or props, you use them. If you're here, make sure you're putting a prop here and on the other side. Maybe you start with that right heel all the way in by your hip, right? That will give a little more space, I'll say. Or if you're very open in the hips, you move the shin parallel to the front of the mat, foot parallel to the side of the mat. Maybe coming down onto the forearms. Remember, if you want to open up that left hip, dig your toes under the foot and kick it back, and then try to turn that hip down. So I didn't show it last time, but this is where you could have used your towel or your strap to get that bind, right? To get the beginning of the bind. So you could be here. Remember, staying down there is fine, especially if you bend your knee, and again, the pelvis comes up like this. You're not working into that quad or hip flexor. You want to keep hips down squared. Bend the knee, keep pressing left side down. It's okay for the leg to stay straight. Grab the outside and kick a little, maybe hand to thigh, and push. Then if you have open shoulders, reach back. Where is it? Find the foot. And again, try not to let the body rock forward. Push your right shin down and kick through your left leg. Or you could have done this with the strap. All right, set up for 90-90. Break the pose, roll onto your right hip a little, sweep that right shin forward, sweep that left leg all the way around, step it outside of the thigh. Sit up nice and tall, blocks and blankets if needed. Put a little bit of weight in both seat muscles, not all on the right side, not all on the left. No pain in the knee. Same option, if the legs touch, flex the foot or the feet. This side's a little tighter for me, so I'm going to stay here and breathe. If you can, forehead to the ground, hands behind you. Again, close the eyes and go inside. Feel both hip bones on the ground. Maybe pull the flesh away. Flex or point the feet. Find equal weight in both sides. Notice the difference from left side to right side of body, how it feels different. Definitely one of my least favorite poses to sit in. Or you could also be sitting on a blanket if you needed to, right? You could have your hands back here. One day those shins just stack, right? The forehead comes down, maybe the hands go back and they go up. Two more breaths. All right, come back up. This time, just bring the feet down in front of you. Heels down, toes up. I like to lift my seat, move around a little. Arms go between the legs. Wrap the hands around the outside of the feet. Right, if you're up here, that's okay. Just keep trying to stack the toes over the ankles, not letting them turn out. Right, up. And then pull your body forward. Maybe that right elbow moves out a little. Maybe the left. Pull, pull. Maybe the left. Maybe the right. Pull. Pulling. Tortoise pose or Kurmasana. This is actually prep for tortoise. Alright, if you can, and the shoulders are lower than your knees, you straighten the arms out behind you with the backs of the hands down. Kick and kick. Try to make sure your knee does not end on your elbow or end up behind your elbow. It's on your triceps. Really touching your shoulders. If you can take the bind, you bend the elbows. Reach back and grab. All right, break the pose. If you're all the way down, palms up, elbows bend, slide under, and rise up. Do a little twist, right hand back, left hand, forearm or elbow outside of your right thigh, and twist. And then fast twist, twist the other side. And then break the pose, cross the ankles. We're going to come to lie on the belly. This is when I told you might want to have a blanket around. So you want to have that blanket available, blanket or towel, right? Nice thick one. You're going to roll it up into a nice ball or tube, whatever you want to call it. Just place it by your mat. And you're going to come on to the belly. You're going to bring the hands down by your shoulders or on the sides of your chest. Cross your left ankle over your right. Half a breath in. And then nice and slow. Just the chin up. Maybe some of the chest up. Try to align the shoulders. Move them down and in or back. Squeeze the legs. Pop the knees off the mat. Keep the feet down. Squeeze your seat. All right, roll back down. One breath, inhale, uncross the ankles. Exhale, recross other side, right over left. Inhale. Exhale, rise up, chin up. Maybe chest up. Just baby cobra to start. Squeeze the legs, engage the thighs so the knees come up. Squeeze the seat. Shoulders away from the ears. Toward the hips, elbows in, and release down. Uncross the legs, inhale. Exhale there. Legs together, big breath in. Rise up, exhale, chin up, just baby cobra. Chest up. Stay low. Squeeze the legs, get the knees off of the mat. Feet down. Seat squeezed, elbows in, shoulders down, and relax down. Move the hands a little further forward so they're under your shoulders, a little more leverage. Left ankle over right. Half a breath. Exhale, rise up, chin up, chest up, maybe some ribs up. Careful the shoulders aren't in the ears. Move them down. Are you still squeezing your legs in your seat? And slowly down. Uncross the ankle, recross the other side. You may adjust your hands a little. Half a breath in. Exhale, rise up. It's okay to stop here, chin and chest. A couple of faces or names I don't really recognize, so maybe this is your Cobra. Maybe you don't come to class with me all the time and this is not available yet. More about the integrity of squeeze legs, press the feet down, knees up, seat squeeze, shoulders down, elbows in. And slowly roll down. Uncross the legs, take a breath. And rise up. Legs squeezing, knees up. Seat squeezing, shoulders down. All right, roll down. Let the arms rest by the sides. Sphynx pose, forearms come down, elbows right in line with shoulders. If your back doesn't like this deep bend, just move the arms forward. Drop the belly down, chin is level to earth, two legs together, squeeze them, lift the knees. Squeeze your butt. You may stay right there. I think most of you can straighten your elbows. All right, come back to the forearms. Come to your right hand. Rock a little right, come to the left hand, press up again. All right, rock up onto hands and knees. Take that rolled up towel. Make sure that your pelvis lands on it, just above the hip bones. Lie down on the belly. Adjust it so it's perfect for you. Legs together, hands down, setting up Cobra. Half a breath. Rise up. Should feel that nice support from that blanket or that bolster or whatever you chose. You may need to move around a little. Come halfway down, see if you can use the bolster to stay up this high and find just your fingertips. I'm too far back. Maybe you can reach the arms back. Not here, pull up. All right, relax down. Leave the blanket. All right, now fingertips down, elbows out. Blanket's still there. Rise up with the support of your hands. If you're going very deep, you may let your legs separate a little bit. All right, release down. Rest. Press up onto hands and knees. Sounds weird in my bicep. Put that aside. Take a cat. Take a cow. Take the toes. Bring the hands to the thighs. Sit back. Come up. Hands on seat, elbows back. Lift the heart. Look up. Maybe back. Tailbone down. Squeeze the seat. Maybe hands go to your thighs. Behind the knees. The calves. Or the feet. Toes can be tucked. All right, release, rise up. Flat the feet. Fingertips or hands down, knees together. Sit back in between your heels. Don't avoid this. If you can't get all the way back, go as far as you can and stay there. Come on to the fingertips behind you. Lift your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Release the head back. Squeeze your legs together. Push your legs down and together. All right. Walk the hands back around. Rise up. Separate the knees. Shins flat. Hands to seat. Don't stick back. Go forward. Elbows in. Chest is lifted by squeezing shoulders. Squeeze your seat again. Let your head go back. Move your hands to wherever they're comfortable. All right, release. Come on to hands and knees. Hello, Carissa. Exhale, arch. Cow. Neutral. Turn the knees in, the toes out. Maybe you have to stay here. Stretch the bottom of the feeties. All right, come back up. Make sure you can reach the wall. I better check the time. Plenty of time. Make sure you can touch the wall. Remember, option here, push forward, lift up, or option here. I think my pants are going to slide on the mat. Don't let your elbows bend. All right, come up slower than I did. You may do this from your feet if you wish. One more time. It's okay to stay here. Make sure you're on good terra firma, good solid ground. You can reach the wall. No bending elbows. Don't bend and fall to the wall. Push the wall away. All right, come on up. Neutral your spine right away. Pelvis forward, rib cage down, lengthen the lower back. You can even push into your thighs. All right. Move around. Come to lie down on your back. Lupe, I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome to my class. Same for you, Cletus. Lying on the back. Bend the knees, feet down. I told you it was going to be back bending. We're just beginning. We get 20 more minutes of back bends. Hips up. It's still a back bend. I like to grab the outsides of my mat, push my feet down and forward to get my hips up a little higher. I squeeze my shoulder blades and try to get my chest right against my chin. Trying not to let my legs go wide and my butt sink down. My pelvis is turned under and up. My thighs are squeezing together. All right, roll down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Press your right knee away. Toward the ground, right, toward the front. Switch sides. Back to the center. If you don't know how I do my wheel or how I teach to get into wheel, maybe get really close so you can see my hands in this. Those who have wheels set up with me, let's move into it collectively, as always, as if we're in a room full of our own energies. Lift the hips up. Fingertips on the ground, thumbs by your shoulders, 4 fingers toward the top of the back of your mat. You're just going to lift your hips a little higher and try to roll back to the crown of your head. Your heels may come up. Maybe this is your practice today, is just from shoulders to head. From shoulders to head. From shoulders to head. Then from those fingertips, you flip the hands around. And then press up into wheel. Ready? Together. Inhale. Rise up. Try to straighten out the arms. Push the hands through the ground. All right, release down. Bottom of feet together, knees wide, arms down. Knees to the belly in a great knee hug. Go to the right side with the knees. Come back to the center. Knee hug. Left side with the knees. Back to center. Knee hug. Bridge or wheel. Hips up. Top of head. Flip the hands. Together, inhale. Rise up. push the ground away. All right, relax down. Bottom of feet together, knees wide, arms out, palms up, 3 breaths. Knees together, great knee hug. To the right. To the left. Skip the knee hug, sorry. Back to center. Knee hug now. Feet down, hips up. Stay in bridge or set up for wheel. Crown of head down. Palms flat. Let's go, inhale. Exhale together, rise up. All right, release. Bottom of feet together, knees wide, rest. Don't be skipping any of these wheels, Z. All right, one more, right? Feet down, knees up, hips up. Go ahead, set it up. Flip the hands. Big inhale. Rise up together. You may walk your mat. And then you have to walk back. All right, break. Right to the great knee hug. To the right. To the left. Knee hug. Rock up. Seated pose. Cross the ankles. Twist to your right. Twist to your left. Gonna run like 5, maybe 7 minutes late, sorry. Come back to the belly. Bend the knees, reach back, grab your feet. Rise up. So after all those shoulders and hips, your shoulders and hips should be higher than normal or regular. All right, release down. Rest for 2 breaths. The hardest part of doing this pose is actually getting this on. Right, so you have your short towel or your throw or your sarong. Right, you take that, bend the knees, you reach back, and you try to get this to go around both legs, fighting for it. You find it, you grab it. With palms facing up, I'm going to start to bend my elbows and bring them toward my ribs. Sweep this elbow through, sweep the elbow through. Great way to start. Maybe you move your hands up the strap. All right, release. One more time. That's why I love these hoops. Again, if you want them, let me know. I can order them. A friend of mine has a whole bunch. See, it just hooks around the foot. Then that elbow can come forward. Much easier than the other way. All right. Release. Rest. One more breath. Press back to child's pose. Rise up, hands in the ground. Grab your heels. Thumbs out, forefingers in, chin to chest. Round down. Crown of head on the ground, forehead on or close to knees. Hips up. All right, hips down. Rise up. Twist to your right, left hand, right thigh. Oops. And the left. Come back to center. Turn around and lie down. Head to your computer or whatever you're looking at. Close your eyes. Make sure you're comfortable. Right away, all the attention moves left leg. And left arm. And then right leg. And right arm. Abdomen and chest. Bring your attention into the lower back, just above your seat muscles. Concentrate there for one long breath. Shift your attention to the middle of your back. And again, concentrate there. Real slow, deep breath. Now the upper back, same thing, one breath. All right. Start to wiggle around your toes and your fingers. Circle those wrists and those ankles. And rock your head. A great knee hug, I do believe, is in order after a back bending morning, well, afternoon. Pull the knees in. Rock left, rock right. And then roll onto your right side. And rise up into a seated pose. Bow your head right away. Sorry I ran 10 minutes late today, but I think most of you were pretty much expecting that anyway. It's just like regular class at Yoga Flex, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? Time a little different, but I'm still ending late. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. So I'm going to go real fast through the list. Thank you, Emery, Burke, Jacqueline. All right, Krista, that's very funny. Hello, love. Paulie, good after morning. Christine, always an honor. Stephen, which is really Z. Marty, who's really Marty. Anne-Marie, of course, again. And Michelle Baker, I hope you still feel like my class is gentle after that one. I hope you made it through the whole class, Michelle, did you? Because sometimes my classes build very slowly, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh crap. Have a beautiful day. Today marks 45 days, 46 days of teaching online. 2 days off and 46 days is all I took. Yoga Flex has been going on every day. Please have yourself a beautiful day, and don't forget to give us both a follow, right? Yoga Flex, if you're not following us, follow us. And of course, Yoga with Gene, follow me. Have a beautiful day.